Hello and welcome to Golden Bear Weekly, your home for KU Athletics. I'm Dan Kerrigan. Something special is brewing on the soccer fields of KU. Women's soccer coach Erik Burstein has a youthful squad and is off and running for his second year at Kutztown, leading the Golden Bears to a 12-6-2 record this season. KU qualified for the PSAC playoffs. After winning 8 straight games, the team cracked the nation's top 25 poll. Here's Jimmy Johnson with the season in review with Coach Burstein.
For the 7th straight year, the Kutztown University women's soccer team finished the season with 10 or more wins. Second-year head coach Erik Burstein can take credit for the last 2, as well as this year's trip to the PSAC playoffs, where KU fell 3-0 to nationally ranked Westchester in the first round. That, however, doesn't take away from their great season.
Well, I think the main thing for us was that we wanted to make the playoffs because we missed out last year, and we did. So that was the #1 goal, and we achieved that. So that was fantastic. Having a double-digit win season was an added bonus, and to have some of our freshmen like Chelsea Bressler, be named as a rookie of the year in the PSAC East, it was certainly added bonuses for us. But the way that the season ended was a bit disappointing because I think we could have taken a little more out of that final game. But to take nothing away from the girls, they were fantastic this year. We made a couple of changes. Even down 0-3-1, they found a way to fight back and went on a tremendous unbeaten streak.
That 11-game unbeaten stretch was second best in school history and included the school's second highest winning streak of 8 games. The success followed a tough 0-3-1 start to the season, after which Burstein had to turn things around.
I think we were, from a coaching staff, myself, my assistant coaches were trying to find answers to the problems, and when we provided the girls with those answers, they worked hard to achieve what we needed them to do in order to win games. And during that unbeaten stretch, when we said, hey, look, this is what we need to do, the girls went out and really focused on that part of the game and got it done, and that's why we started to win. And not to say that they didn't do that towards the end of the season, but I just kind of felt like we kind of ran out of steam and had peaked a bit earlier than we would have liked.
With a strong class of freshmen and sophomores in 2008, including first-team All-PSAC East defender Chelsea Dieter and second-team keeper Steph Adelman, the Golden Bears will have the chance to regain that momentum next season and make another run at the conference playoffs.
We built the foundation, started with the 2007 recruits, and they've done a great job, our sophomores. And of course, having them another 2 years will be a huge help. And the freshman class, I'm very, very pleased with. I think they've done a very good job. And I think the kids we're bringing in for 2009, I really believe that we're on the verge of something truly special. Now it's a matter of it, all coming together, because on paper, it looks really, really good.
On paper, Burstein's record at KU looks really good, too. With 22 wins, 12 losses, and 5 ties, he's off to the best start for any soccer coach in KU history, and he's the only coach with a winning record. Still, Burstein yearns for more.
Obviously, 2 winning seasons in two years is great, but I'm never satisfied. I want more. We were nationally ranked this year, which was great. It didn't last long because we'd won 2 games in that week and then lost a third. But like I said, I think the good thing about this program, the mentality of the players, they're never satisfied. They don't rest on a big win. They continue to move forward and try to get more and achieve more. And I think that's something that will catapult this program, well beyond what I think it might be able to where we might be able to go. So, for us, it's a matter of, hey, can we continue to be better each and every day? And I think the girls believe they can.
The process of getting better will continue with training in the off-season as well as spring camps. But still, Burstein is anxious to get back on the field next fall.
Well, I can't wait. It's the second the season's done, you get off with the recruiting, but it's planning, the spring season. But, we work the whole year for essentially, August, September, October, November. So I'm looking forward to it. I almost wish we could start today, but I think the development that the current players are going to need to go through in this spring season, and then the players coming in next year, once we get it together, I think it's going to be an exciting year.
For Golden Bear Weekly, I'm Jimmy Johnson.
If you're looking for KU student athlete Kelli Pry, you may have to look in several places before you find her. The KU sophomore is a standout golfer on the women's golf team, as well as a member of the women's swim team. During the fall season of golf, Kelli had a school record score of 74 on a par 72 course in the second round of the PSAC championships. Her score helped KU place second the first ever conference meet. Kelli's in the studio with our John Leonard, so let's toss it over to them.
Well, hello, Kelli. Thanks for
Hi.
being here today.
Thank you.
And year after year, the Kutztown women's golf team has been able to better its season average. Talk about the success the younger golfers like yourself have brought to this program. What has it been like to be a part of the best golf team in school's history?
I really like it. Our team is very young. We have one senior, but she's actually coming back because she had a redshirt year. So it's really good that one of our top players is coming back. But we have a lot of fun, and like there's not a lot of pressure on us, and I think that helps us do better. And a lot of the teams that we play against, they do have more experience, which like helps us learn from them, but then it also builds us character to be younger than everyone else, which almost puts us at a disadvantage, but we still do really well with it, and we had a really good season this year.
Not only do you golf, but you're a member of the women's swimming team. What is it like to be a member of both, and what kind of challenges does it bring to you?
It's really hard, honestly, but I couldn't change what I do because I like being busy, and I don't like to just like sit in my room. I do have to miss like some swim practices or some golf practices to like make both my coaches happy, but in the end, like I really like it, and I mean, it's hard to do both, but I like a challenge, and it's really fun.
How did you get involved in each sport?
Well, when I was little, we were a member of a country club, and they had a swim team and a golf team. And my dad was a big golfer, and you know, when I was little, junior golf was like you couldn't start till you were 8, so I would run around the yard with his clubs. But when I was 8 years old, I started doing junior golf at our country club, and I was on the swim team, and I just kind of grew into both, and I just never dropped either one of them.
What brought you to Kutztown University?
I was recruited by the golf team. The old coach that we had last year, he recruited me, and I wasn't really sure about coming here because I wanted to do both. And in the beginning, the swimming coaches weren't really sure how 2 sports would work. So in March, I had a really good states for swimming, and the head coach called me from swimming, and he said, you know, it would be okay if I did both, and that's how I ended up here.
If you had to convince a potential recruit to come to Kutztown, what would you tell them?
I would probably tell them that it's a really great program, and our athletics are really respected here. Like everyone's like, oh, you're an athlete. Like everyone like looks up to you, and it's like a really good thing to be a part of. I know we have a lot of teams, and the coaches are really great, and we have a great athletic director. Mr. Bamberg is really great for us. And I feel like everyone cares here not just about your schoolwork or your sports or how you play. It's just like they care about you as a person. And I just like really like how they don't just look at you as just like some member of the team. You're important to everyone.
Well, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for giving us time for the interview.
Thank you.
Well, that's our show for this week. Join us again next week for another episode of Golden Bear Weekly. And remember, you can always add to your KU knowledge by logging on to www.kubears.com or by clicking the iTunes U link and watching every episode of Golden Bear Weekly. Have a great week.